funny these look. Gotta get them wool socks on, boy, because you know, we don't skip leg day. YouTube, thank you for joining. Welcome, my name's Corey. I've been doing auto detailing professionally for about a decade now. I really started to take it seriously with like paint correction and getting certified with a coating company 4 years ago, actually right before COVID. I'm gonna bring you guys along. I'll kind of talk a little bit about myself, services I'm gonna be offering, and then I'm gonna take you guys along on this beautiful journey on this gorgeous Army Green Tyranny Pro 4Runner. This car's getting the titanium coating, so the base coat is permanent. So once you apply any scratches that are locked into it, you're no longer gonna be able to take out. If you try to take them out, you're gonna have to sand the coating first to get them out, which this is very soft paint as it is, so you don't wanna do that. You know, you don't wanna do that. But anyway, so, yo, I'm trying to have a conversation. Can you shut up? So we're gonna be doing the titanium coating on this paint. We're also gonna be coating the windows, and then these beautiful TRD wheels. This client, they bought this car in Idaho and drove it over. They're gonna be using this for a lot of like off-roading, and they're gonna go on, they actually have a house out in, I believe Wyoming, but they're gonna be taking this off-roading and it's gonna be on many adventures. So I told them titanium's your best bet for the best protection, because this paint's already incredibly thin and you can see it too. It's so scratched, but I'm excited to get working on this because this part of the job is probably my favorite. I love doing paint corrections. I like the before and afters of the product and how it changes the paint, how it makes it look like, it almost gives, I did an Aston Martin that was a red and it made it a darker red, a deeper red. And then the coating is just gonna take it to that next level. So I'll bring you guys along and we're gonna get this job done today. It's probably gonna be like 15 hours of work, but we'll get started. So we're gonna start the paint prep. So I wanted to use an iron remover to clean these up. I'm also gonna get my wheel brushes, my assorted wheel brush bucket. I'm gonna clean the wheels up because obviously we're gonna be coating those as well. And then we're gonna do a foam prep on the paint first because we want to pull any heavy dirt off of the paint before we actually come in contact. But we're also gonna be claying, which don't let anyone tell you otherwise, but clay scratches your paint. It leaves micro marring. I don't care what anyone says, it's an abrasive, and anything that you might have picked up, it's also gonna be in that clay. So at the end of it, you're still scratching it. So if anyone tells you it doesn't, they're lying. So we got a couple chemicals. This is my iron remover. I'm gonna be using this on the wheels and also the paint. We got the wheel and tire cleaner. This is gonna also help kick off anything that might be embedded. And then we have our bug remover. This stuff's incredible by P&S, but most of the time I actually don't even have to wipe the car with this product. I can actually just spray it and it'll remove the bugs. That stuff is incredible by P&S. You got to get that. But pH balanced soap that we're gonna have in the foam can, and of course we got the bucket for the wheels and we got the bucket for the paint. All right, so we got the bug spray that we cleaned up the front end. Now we're gonna do the first initial foam, let the product do the work. As I mentioned, you want to let the soap do the work. Chemicals are your best friend. If you have the specific chemical for the specific purpose, you do less work. So I got the bug remover. I didn't have to touch the front end. It's got all the bugs off. You have the iron remover. I do still need to go over those with the wheel brush because, you know, it's just normal. Product to do the work. Get the paint prepped before you actually wash it. We're gonna wash this. We're gonna finish the wheels, and then we're gonna clay it, and then we're gonna wash it again. You want the surface as naked as possible, as bare as possible before you start any correction, because then all you're gonna do is pick up the particles in your pad, and that's gonna further scratch your paint. So you're just making your life easier with the further prep that you do, and prep is everything. Don't you guys be all perverted about this, okay? It's just wheels. You don't gotta be creeps about it. All right, so we got all the wheels are washed up. They're all clean. We did the first initial spray. We got the heavy dirt off. Now it's time to actually physically wash the paint, and then we're gonna clay it. Yeah, I can feel the paint. It needs a clay pretty bad. It's all over the car. But that's why you do these steps. You want to be thorough. You want everything off the paint now so you don't make more of a headache later. So prep is everything. Yep, I can feel a little bit up here. Okay, so we've cleaned up the wheels. We did a tire cleaner. We did the bug remover on the front end, and then we did the iron remover on the wheels. Now we're gonna do the chemical decontamination on the paint, and then we're gonna clay it, wash it one more time, dry it, and we'll pull it in the garage, and we're actually gonna start the correction process. But I've been at this for almost an hour and a half already, just prepping. Prep is everything, people. Just keep that in mind. I want to try not to spray this on the glass. God, this color is gonna look amazing when I'm done. The correction's gonna bring out the color, give it more depth. The coating is just gonna make it so glossy and like make the green look like a deeper green. So now we're gonna start the final step of this prep. The clay bar, like I mentioned, I did the iron decon on the paint. The paint's been washed twice. It's been foam cannon. So the last step is our clay. So this is a clay mitt. I prefer this because it's a better quality clay compound than the stuff that you would get from like Meguiar's at like AutoZone. That stuff's very, it's very hard, where this, obviously the surface area is better, but it's just a much better clay. So now people are prone to use when you buy a clay kit, they give you the provided, it's just a spray detailer, but they basically call it a clay lubricant. Ain't got time for that. I honestly just use soap and water. It's just, you just want something to be on the surface. Just clay the surface. Now remember, this does scratch the paint, so don't let anyone tell you otherwise, because they're full of crap. You can kind of feel the paint has, shut up! The paint has this grit feeling in certain spots. It means that there's particles that are stuck. And think of, when you're working with clay bar, think of your paint as your paint has pores. Things get stuck in the pores. You want to exfoliate the paint further to get anything that's embedded. And this is what does that. Well, I've never used one of these before. This is amazing. Love this thing. Okay, so we got the whole car prepped. We're gonna dry it in just a little bit of water here and there. I'm gonna air dry out everything, anything in nooks and crannies. And then I'm gonna tape off certain areas that I don't want any compound hitting, such as we have the TRD Pro pieces. Tape these off because these will stain if you get any compound, especially these. Definitely tape those off. This is going even further with the prep, but you can see the paint condition under direct lighting. I use my 2 scan grips. So we're gonna do a test spot. I am familiar with this type of paint, so I am gonna try the combo that I think is gonna work best, but we're gonna see how it responds, and then we'll go from there. So what we have here, these are the random scattered car wash brushes, a couple, looks like abrasions from someone maybe hitting him with an arm or whatever the case. Let me move the lamp. That. Now this is just a single pass. I am gonna be doing a follow-up polish, which makes this a 2-stage correction. and we're gonna clean this up. So we're gonna do that in there now and see how the paint looks. Before. Amazing. So there you guys have it. So you've seen the prep of the car. I do gotta get started on this. I gotta keep working because it's a big car and I got a lot of work ahead of me. I'm probably expecting like 15 hours on this vehicle. So I appreciate you guys watching. I'm gonna show more videos like this. I have a lot of corrections that are actually coming up this month and coatings as well, coating installs. But if you guys have any questions or if there's something that you're curious and you wanna see on the page, let me know, comment below, and if you can, like and subscribe, I appreciate it, guys. But let me get to work. Thank you, have a good one.